Madam Speaker, I move that the House suspend the rules and pass H.R. 4331, the Tibetan Policy and Support Act of 2019, as amended. This bill sends a very clear message to Chinese officials that if they interfere in the selection process for a future Dalai Lama or other Tibetan Buddhist leader, they can be sanctioned by the United States for violating human rights. The Tibetan Policy and Support Act also reauthorizes programs to preserve Tibetan culture and environment.
This bill states that the United States will not accept the CCP's destruction of Tibetan Buddhism. We will not accept fraudulent religious leaders appointed by Beijing, and we will not accept the CCP's control of deeply spiritual beliefs.
For 60 years, His Holiness the Dalai Lama and so many Tibetans have remained separated from their land and their home, while the people in Tibet endure some of the harshest human rights abuses in the world. I am proud that today the House of Representatives is taking this important step to strengthen U.S. policy in support of the Tibetan people.
This legislation makes it clear that the U.S. Congress will not sit on the sidelines and watch as a spectator, but rather advocate strongly for increased protections for the Tibetan people.
The Tibet Policy and Support Act before us today is important in conveying and reinforcing the understanding that the United States will never cease working to assure complete freedom for the Dalai Lama and his people.
This legislation would also direct the Department of State to establish a United States consulate in Lhasa, Tibet, to enable U.S. citizens better access to Tibet. I'm proud to be part of a legislative body that continues to advocate for Tibetans, Uyghurs, and for human rights and the rule of law in China.
Repression in Tibet by the Chinese government is a challenge to the conscience of the world. Let's take this step to address that challenge.